Hi guys, and welcome to Fruit Theme Week here at Stiff Upper Lip. As I said in my last special, I have 4 snoozes for you this week. 2 today and 2 on Saturday is the plan, if my editing program is working. I've had some problem with it. We are looking at Kapten Extra Stark Melon, Epok Melon, Epok Blåbär, and the Lab 13. And today I'm going to compare the 2 melon snoozes for you. I was wondering which one to review. I also have Göteborg's Rapé Lingon. You might want to see that, but you'll have to wait a little bit longer. Main reason why I'm picking the Lab 13 instead is that Sainsbury's didn't have any lingonberry, and I'm going to try to make some pictures for this, so we'll see in the future. Otherwise I won't review it. No, just kidding. But I'm going to go with the Lab 13 and pair it with Epok Blåbär. So berries, still fruit I believe, so that should qualify for this week. But today let's look at Kapten Extra Stark Melon and Epok Melon. They're quite different initially here. Kapten is made by AG Snus in Denmark. It's one of their stronger snoozes. They also make a mint, licorice and normal white in the strong range. But this is a brand new one actually. So it's a new snus I'm looking at for you here. It's quite strong. It's 13.5 milligrams per portion, 15 milligrams per gram, and 20 portions in this one. The portions, I believe, are 0.9 grams. So let's get this out of the way straight away. Small catch lid with the AG logo in there. As I said, a new snus. But when it comes to the can, this is my first Epok snus that I've ever reviewed. And these are quite special. I really like the cans, I must say. It says the vita snuset, the white snus, and it's see-through here. You can actually see the pouches at the back, and they are white. So if you haven't seen this already, it's actually made with normal brown tobacco, but then it goes through a purifying process in like a water-based process that should remove some of the heavy metals and nitrosamines. So they claim that it's about 90% fewer of these bad substances in it. And there's no need to refrigerate it either. And it should be better for your, well, basically it doesn't color your teeth, no discoloration. So it's an interesting innovation. You can look at the can. It says Svenskt snus från Hökerum. And Hökerum is a small place close to Ulricehamn, so now you know. It's east of Gothenburg, so it's still a little bit on the west side of Sweden. And the catch lid on this one is quite interesting, looking like that. So it's relatively large. As I said, I really like the design. I think they've done a really cool job, quite futuristic there. When it comes to the nicotine, it's very different to the Kapten. This one only has, I believe, 5.95 milligrams per portion, or 8.5 milligrams per gram. The portions are pretty small, they're 0.7 grams, but you do get 24 portions in this one. So I know the strength is very different, but I won't let that affect my score too much. I'll go with the taste and compare the two. Let's start with the Epok Melon. It says here, vit tobak som inte rinner eller missfärgar tänderna. White tobacco that does not run or discolor the teeth. So it's a complete innovation here. It's quite cool. Let's see what we find. I've tried one melon snus before. I believe that was Jakobsson's. That was like candy store, basically. A lot of taste there, somewhere between Swedish pick and mix sweets and pear drops I found. Here we go. Look at that. Completely white portions, and the actual tobacco is white. See what that does to the taste, if anything. Smell on this one. Probably is, yeah, I think it's a little bit more natural maybe than the Jakobsson's, because that's a full on. There is an odd smell in the background. Don't know if that has something to do with the purification process of the tobacco maybe. Right, I'll get back to you on that later. And look at the actual portion. Very long, very thin. Comes a little bit to one side, this one. A little bit hard to fluff up. Looking very different to what I'm used to. Let's pop that one in. While we open the Kapten. And there I ran out of storage space on my phone, but I'm not re-recording all of that because I was so happy with that. So, where were we? And let's open the Kapten. Right, so this one has got white portions as well, but they're not slim like the Epok. They're actually quite wide from my experience for all the Snus ones, but I really like the portion quality. Here we go, smell. Much stronger smell than the Epok. Yeah, for sure. The Epok is more mellow, and this one comes through a little bit candy-like. Very fresh, has a little bit of ammonia there as well. So the portion looks like that. Looking fine, but very wide. Let's pop that one in. Both in there. And yeah, let me get back to you when I've tried all of these, both cans, and give you a verdict on this shootout between Epok and Kapten Melon. Oh boy, where do we start with this? Let's start by saying that Epok is made by Winnington AB. Don't think I mentioned that. Strength-wise, the Epok is pretty low, so it's good if you're not used to snus at all, want a low-strength snus. And the Kapten has a little bit of added strength, but not too much, I would say, for me. A little bit added there. The fit of them, the Epok, I find it's almost got like a, it's very well packed in there, but almost like a little bit of a plasticky feel. It sits really tight, the tobacco. Not the most comfortable slim portion. I'm not quite used to this type of slim portion, and it feels a little bit strange. And the Kapten, it's, as I said, pretty wide. So it's not the most comfortable either, but it's got a nice material, so probably prefer the feel of that. But the Epok is spreading out quite nicely, at least. So now for the taste. Let's start with the Kapten. It's not as sweet as Jakobsson's, but it has a lot of melon taste to it. Not really candy-like, I would say. I would say it's more like a almost overripe cantaloupe melon. Really ripe melon taste, with a little bit of tobacco coming through. So it's not quite the dessert snus that Jakobsson's is. So I kind of like that. I like that Snus are making good tobacco, and it comes through in their snus, that earthiness. So it's quite bold for a fruity snus. So if you like that, there's something to look for. The taste of the Epok. It's an odd one for sure. I think that together with the cleaning process, they must have cleaned out the taste of the tobacco. It doesn't taste of tobacco, and the taste of the melon itself is really subtle. I like the smell, well, not the sort of odd plasticky smell you get in the background. But if you concentrate on the melon, it's quite natural. But that background smell, plasticky, it's very strange, something that I have problems with, I must say. And I saw on Winnington's homepage that they're actually linking to reviews from Snus Central and Snoopy. I don't know exactly what the reviews are, but something from their range of white tobacco snoozes. So they must have said something good about these, I guess, because I can guarantee you they're not going to feature this review, because the Epok is about to lose out against a much cheaper snus. The Epok is actually pretty expensive. If you, at least in Sweden, it's getting in close to Ettan and General, for instance, while the Kapten is cheaper than the X range. So that's something to bear in mind. Yeah, it's about to lose out against the Kapten. That's what's happening here. I would say that the Kapten is a decent melon snus, not too sweet, has a lot of flavor to it with a bit of tobacco. I'm gonna give this one the same as Jakobsson's. Go with Jakobsson's if you want a sweet dessert snus. Go with this one if you don't mind a bit of tobacco with your fruitiness. 5.5 out of 10 for that one. But it's beating this one by some margin, because I'm gonna give Epok Melon Slim 3 out of 10. And that's sort of probably including some bonus for the innovation. I do like, it's a shame really, because I like that they're making this, it's supposed to be safer as well, and all the white portions, when you take them out, they don't look messy or anything, they're still quite clean. So I like all of that. It's a shame that the taste isn't there for me. It's sort of the artificial sort of lab-like. You can tell that they've been working on this somehow. It's almost like, because you get that plastic and a bit of paper possibly to go with a mild fruitiness. It's almost like a, I don't know, diaper or something weird like that. That plastic touch to it. Doesn't taste of tobacco at all, I'm afraid. So when I try this Epok, it just makes me want to listen to Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. Not for me, I'm afraid. Let's see how the other ones in the range are. On Saturday I'm looking at the blueberry one and compare it to the Lab 13, which is like a tropical snus, tropical fruits. So I think you can get both of these at Snus 24. Go with this one, I would say. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next fruity review.